Hey, it's Dustin. Welcome back to the first video of the year. I have a dear friend and fellow yoga teacher to thank for this one. Today will be standing. So whether you are recovering from a shoulder injury like her, or you want to stay off the hands and wrists, maybe the ground is lava, or you could potentially do this practice in line at the supermarket. Uh, Whatever your situation is, meet me on the mat or a blanket. You won't need much today. So we'll start standing in Tadasana, mountain pose, at the top of your mat or blanket. So root in to all four corners of the feet, feet about hip width. You might lift the toes and then set them back down wide. Turn on the glutes. So mild glute engagement here. Open up through the chest and grow tall through the crown of the head. We will center in Tadasana. Maybe soften down the eyes now. Feel the breeze or the sun on your skin. Or maybe notice the quiet room you're in. Inhale fully. Exhale, relax. Inhale to grow tall through the spine. Exhale to ground into the pose. Tadasana is actually one of my favorite ways to center in because I can notice all the subtle adjustments that my body is making to balance, to stay upright. Blinking open the eyes, coming back into your space. From here, we'll inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Relax the crown of the head towards the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find a flat back. And then release that, soften into the knees, and we'll roll up through the spine. Head and neck come last. Median and standing. Go ahead and inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, fold forward from the hips again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up to standing. Reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release that, soften into the knees, and rise back up. Inhale, reach up again, maybe come onto the tippy toes. Exhale, fold forward. We'll pause here in our Uttanasana this time. Maybe take the feet wider, maybe narrower, whatever feels good. You can grab opposite elbows, turn to face you, rock side to side for ragdoll. Maybe straighten through one leg then the other. You can use the ground for support. You can use your yoga blocks or a water bottle. Couple more breaths here. And then on an inhale, lift up halfway, find a flat back, really straighten through the legs. So we're here in our Ardhva Uttanasana. And notice where your balance is. Go ahead and kind of rock slightly into the balls of the feet and the toes. Really usually helps to turn on the legs. Keep the core engaged. So notice if you're collapsing and rounding through the back, engage the core. Notice if you're really rounding. I see this a lot in my classes. So open up through the chest, pull the shoulder blades back. Keep reaching the crown of the head long. Let's go for 3 more breaths. Stretching into the back of the legs, reaching the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, release. Soften into the knees. And we'll slowly roll it up. Inhale to reach up. This time we'll exhale, hands meet at the heart. Samastiti. Nice work. Inhale to reach the arms up again. Side bend to the left side this time. You can grab the right wrist. Hands can come down, whatever feels good to you. And then inhale it back up through standing. Exhale, side bend over to the other side. Inhale to reach up. Once more, exhale, side bend. Inhale it up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to reach up. This time, open up through the chest. You can pull the shoulder blades back, finding a gentle back bend here. Maybe take the arms wide, or if you'd like to go a little deeper into your back bend, you can take feet about hip width or maybe slightly wider and soften into the knees. Inhale to reach up, look up, find your back bend. And then rise back up, rain the hands down. We'll meet in Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Relax here. Take a few breaths to recenter in. Notice any subtle changes in the body already. And breathe. Building a little heat. We'll inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down, chair pose, Utkatasana. So check in on your pelvis here. Maybe give it a tuck, engage the core, keep reaching the arms up and keep pulling the thumbs up towards the sky. Breathing here. You got this. Maybe lower a little bit more. Nice. Hands will come to the heart. Shift weight into the left leg. The right leg will reach back behind you. And then inhale, reach the arms back up. We're right in our high lunge. So heels up. You can soften into this knee to make the pose a little easier in the low back and probably the balance, while it does strengthen the lunge a little bit, the intensity of the lunge. Keep reaching the arms up, breathing here. And then drop the right heel to the midline, open up to the side, find your warrior two. Gaze right over the front middle finger, front knee over front ankle. We're pressing into that knife edge of the back foot and that shifts us forward. Flip the front palm, inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior, find height, and then length, stretch out the left side body. And then on an exhale, right arm up and over, extended side angle. Open up the chest, so spiraling the heart open to the right side. And notice if you're collapsing into this left shoulder, keep pressing into the thigh. Nice. Use the strength of the core. The right hand will pull us all the way up through standing, straighten through the left leg. Reach out with the left hand, triangle pose. One more breath in here. Exhale to release. And then on an inhale, once again, the right hand pulls us back up through standing. Pivot to face the side of the mat, toes out, heels in, sink the hips down, goddess pose. Hands can come wide to cactus. Hands can come to the heart. Maybe sink the hips a little lower. Maybe play with the balance here. And then on an exhale, straighten through the legs, pivot, toes in, heels out this time, and we'll fold forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Relax the crown of the head towards the mat. And breathe. Totally okay to rock side to side. Maybe a little bounce, as this is our first one. Take what you need here. And then hands will come to the hips. And we'll rise up through a flat back, pivot to face the front of the mat. And then firm into the left foot as we transfer our weight from the back foot to the front. Cross, right ankle over the left, sink the hips back and down for our standing pigeon. Flex these toes, hands can come to the heart. Don't worry, we'll have a few more times to work through that transition on both legs. We'll work through our balance today. And then go ahead and release. Both feet to the mat. We're back in our mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down. Chair pose. Breathing here. Hands can come to the heart for balance. Firm into the right foot this time. Step the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. High lunge. Nice work. So back heel's lifted. This knee can be as bent or as straight as you like, or as the hip allows. If you're really struggling with your balance here, take a wider stance. Make sure you're not walking a tightrope. So feet at least hip width. Reach up. Relax the shoulders. One more breath here. Exhale, drop. Left heel to the mat. Open up to the side. Find your warrior two. Relax the shoulders and breathe. Reaching long. Gaze right over the front hand. Front knee over front ankle. We always want to be able to see the big toe and the toe next to it maybe, so we know the knee's tracking over the middle of the foot. So if you see your knee caving in, go ahead and open it up. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Grow tall. Legs stay exactly the same here. So you may check in to make sure the knee stayed tracking over the middle toes. Inhale. Exhale, find your extended side angle. Almost lost my balance. Inhale, reach up with the left. Open up the heart. Breathe here. Left hand pulls us up through standing. Straighten through the right leg. Reach out with the right hand. Triangle pose. So hands can find the shin, a yoga block, or the mat. Inhale, we rise up through standing. Once again, adjust your stance as needed. Toes out, heels in, sink the hips down, goddess pose. You got this. Exhale, straighten through the legs, toes in, heels out this time. Fold forward. Just like at the start, try rocking the weight into the balls of the feet a little bit. And then hands come to the hips. We rise up through a flat back. And we'll meet at the top of the mat. Remember, transition that weight from left, this time into right as we cross left ankle over the right thigh. Sink the hips back and down. Standing pigeon. Nice work. 2 more breaths here. And release. Both feet find the mat. I'm switching so that I'm facing you each time, but you can keep the front of your mat the same. Nice work. Meeting in Tadasana. Let's inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down. Chair pose. You got this. We're still going to build some heat and strength today in the legs. Feel free to lift the heels maybe for an extra balance challenge. Maybe sink the hips a little lower wherever you are. Breath in here. Hands come to the heart. Plant the left heel. Right foot steps all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. High lunge. A little quicker this time, but still giving a few breaths for each pose. Exhale, right heel drops to the mat. Open up to your warrior two. Left palm flips. Inhale, reach up and back. Reverse it. On an exhale, right arm up and over, extended side angle. If you're very open, this hand can come to the ground. But what I don't like to see is us trying to get to the ground, and then the pose is really us just folding over. In that case, hand can come to the block or the thigh. That way we're open through the chest and we're getting that side body stretch. Inhale. Right hand pulls us up through standing, straighten through both legs. Strong legs here as we reach the left arm out, right arm up, triangle pose. Again, we're spiraling the heart open. It's as if our body can be in between two panes of glass here. Inhale, the right hand pulls us back up through standing. Toes out, heels in, sink the hips down, goddess pose. You got this. Nice. Exhale, straighten through the legs, pivot, toes in, heels out, fold forward. Hands come to the hips. Inhale, rise up through a flat back, pivoting to face the front of the mat. We cross, right ankle over the left thigh, sink the hips back and down for standing pigeon. Nice work. Slowly release, meeting in mountain pose. Relax and breathe. Second side, second round. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to fold forward from the hips. Inhale, lift up halfway, find a flat back. And then we'll roll it up through standing. Reach up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Tadasana from the top of the mat. Second round, second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down. We're back in our Utkatasana, chair pose. Go ahead and lift the heels if you'd like. Sink the hips a little bit lower if you'd like. Keep pulling those thumbs up. Engage the core. Exhale, fold forward. Shoot. So meeting at the top of the mat in our Tadasana. Feel free to take a break. You can always pause here, just like child's pose or some of our resting poses. Tadasana is a good resting pose as well. From here, inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down, chair pose. Maybe lift the heels for balance. Squat a little lower. Engage the core. From here, plant the right heel. Left foot steps all the way to the back of the mat. Reach the arms up, high lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop left heel to the mat. Open up to the side. We're right in our warrior two. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reach up to the back. Reverse warrior. On an exhale, extended side angle, left arm up and over. Left hand pulls us back up through standing, straighten through the right leg, reach out with the right hand down, left, up, triangle pose. And then rise up, pivot, toes out, heels in, sink the hips down, goddess pose. Hands can be wide, hands can be at the heart. You can lift the heels in your goddess for a little balance here too as well. Exhale to straighten through the legs, pivot your toes in, fold forward. Nice work. Hands come to the hips. We'll rise up through a flat back, pivot to face the front of the mat, cross left ankle over the right thigh, sink the hips down, standing pigeon. Flex the left toes back towards the knee to keep it safe as we sink the hips down. And then release both feet, find the mat, meeting in our standing mountain pose. Let's take 3 breaths here, just to calm down, balance out our movements. Maybe letting the breath return to normal or close to it. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down, chair pose. Right away, hands come to the heart, firm into the left foot. Step the right foot all the way back. Inhale to reach up. We're in our high lunge. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2, flip the front palm. Inhale, reach up. Reverse it. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, the right arm pulls us up through standing. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale to rise up through standing again. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, goddess. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, straighten through the legs, fold forward. Inhale to rise up through a flat back, pivot to face the front of the mat. We cross right ankle over the left, standing pigeon. Maybe take a tree pose this time. Play with the balance. Letting yourself settle, and then releasing the right foot to the mat. Last side, last round. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Chair pose. Hands come to the heart. Left foot all the way back. Inhale, reach the arms up. High lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior 2. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up and back. Exhale, left arm up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, rise up through standing. Reach out with the right, triangle pose. Inhale, back up through standing, toes out, heels in. Sink it down for goddess. On to your next exhale, rise up, pivot toes in, fold forward. Hands come to the hips as we inhale to rise up through standing. Turn to face the front of the mat. Cross left ankle over the right thigh. Work on your balance here. Maybe this time, rise up, find a tree, and settle here. In tree pose, you can use a little kickstand starting here, come to the shin, or bring the sole of the foot all the way up to the inner thigh. Always skipping the knee though. Hands are at the heart. Hands can be here for balance. Looks like I need it today. Or arms can reach up. It can be a tree with waving branches as you find your balance. Awesome work. As the foot releases to the mat, take toes out, heels in, about mat's width. As hands come to the heart and we sink down for our yoga squat. The flow is through. Awesome work. Breathe into the hips here. It's totally cool to use a yoga block behind you, especially if you find yourself falling backwards. Keep pressing elbows into the inner thighs and then rising up through the chest and the front body. Nice work. Hands can come to the mat to help. From here, we'll straighten through the legs and fold forward, Uttanasana. Finishing the same way we started. Heel toe the feet into hip width, soften through the knees. We'll roll it all the way up. Reach up. Big inhale. Maybe come onto the tippy toes. Exhale. Hands find the heart. Pausing here. Close down the eyes. Noticing the effects of our practice today. Releasing hands by your side. From here you can go about your day. Maybe a walking meditation is up next for you. Or whatever you got going. I hope this practice put a little smile on your face. Maybe calmed you down a little bit. And I'll see you next time.